Hello, my creative friends. My name is Heather North. You can find me on Instagram at Heather's Creative Blessings. Today is Wednesday, June 9th, 2021, and this is Flosstube number 25. Hooray! I'm so excited to have made it to my 25th video. I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I looked at my subscriber count and it's up 100 new subscribers since the last time I checked. So I just want to say thank you for that. I have a giveaway coming up in the future for my subscribers. I am going to wait a couple more weeks, at least maybe 3 weeks, until things settle down a little bit around here, because I want to make sure that I can send it out as soon as I hear back from the winner. So I don't want to do it until I know I can get to the post office and get that shipped out. I am giving away some linen and Ada cloth and different fabrics that I'm probably not going to use. Sorry, the cat just wandered in here and a little bit distracting. We'll see if he hops up so you can see him. So yeah, I do have a giveaway planned in the near-ish future. What's been going on? We got our east fence done. The only thing left to do is stain it. It started pouring buckets on Sunday, so I'm glad we got it finished on Saturday. It did rain on us. We had kind of one of those days where we got everything. We got sun, we got wind, we got heat, we got misted, we got sprinkled, and rain, downpour, everything almost but snow. And then it repeated on this cycle that was not predictable. I'm surprised we didn't have thunder and lightning, with the fact that when the clouds went away, or there's a break in the clouds, it would be really hot. Not really hot, but it would be hot and sunny. I had 3 different layers on. I'd have to take them off and put them back on as we were working on the fence. I have no idea what the weather is going to be like this weekend. It is Wednesday, as I said, and here in the Pacific Northwest, I've found that it doesn't do a whole lot of good to look at the weather for the weekend before Wednesday, and probably not before Saturday, because the weather is just, it changes and it's so unpredictable. Especially, I think this is one of the times of year that happens a lot. So, and that's why you have like a percent or a chance of rain. You can kind of think, well, if it's 30%, that means that 30% of the day is probably going to have rain and the rest is going to have sun or something. So our plan is to work on our west fence this weekend, barring any rain. I'll be happy when that whole fence is done. It looks really good though so far. So that's mainly what we've been doing. The rain stuck around Monday and off and on yesterday. So I've got some stitching to share with you. And I have some stitching that I forgot to share last week. So I'll include that too. Let's start with Whip Go, because Whip Go is by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Look her up. And she has all the information. It's a way for us stitchers that have whips or works in progress to get something done on them every year. And so she calls 2 numbers each month. This month, I think it was number 17 for me, is Snowflake Serenade by Country Cottage Needleworks. I love this pattern so much. And my goal was either to do a box or the border, and I did that as kind of an easy-ish goal, because we're calling 2 numbers, or Jessie's calling 2 numbers a month, and you never know which month things are going to get called, and sometimes some months are hectic and busy, and other months, other numbers have a big goal for me. So I was glad this was called this month, because it is a busy month and because my other number is just, I don't even know if I can get it done. But I did just about get my Jingle Bells box done. The only thing left is to do these stitches right here. So this is Whip Wednesday. I will be pulling this out. I haven't pulled it out yet today to stitch on, but I will definitely complete that goal. The one thing I changed on this, sorry, I'm having a hard time holding it, is I don't know, it didn't list what the back stitch or the long stitch for the bell string is. I'm pretty sure it's whatever was for the bell. Let me see. Pretty sure it was like Mocha from Weeks Dye Works or something like that. But what I did is I pulled out this DMC silver thread that I have, and I did the little bottom bell, the little bottom cross, and then I did that down here. I don't know what it's called, but it's that DMC shiny fancy stuff. So I thought that was kind of a cool little addition. I chose silver because it's all of the blues and cold, and I like silver with those. So that is going to be finished, I think, today. Barring any catastrophe, this will be finished today. So next week, my goal for Whip Go will definitely be done. Pretty sure this weekend is Whip Go weekend. So, but we'll be working on the fence. Maybe I'll leave that for this weekend. So then I've just got that finished. I don't know. Probably what I'll do is go down and work some more on the border, because I would like to get that border done as well. So yeah, I'm happy. One goal down. One Whip Go goal almost down. My next Whip Go piece, this is Peaceful Shores. It's a kit. And I don't know what I was thinking. Last week I told you if I did my goal. Okay, so my goal for this is to do the sky and the words, which ended up being quite the goal. I did not work on it as much as I thought I would beforehand. And it's a lot more than I thought. So last week I said if I did like 100, or not 100, or was it 100? 10 by 10, yeah, 100. If I did 100 stitches a day, that I would be able to get this done. I don't know what I was counting, whether I just did 1/2 of the chart, but that is not true. I have had a couple of days where I only did 100 stitches maybe, but the others I've done 200, 300, 500 stitches, and I still have at least 30 boxes left. So it's more like 200 stitches a day I need to do in order to get the sky and the words done. And because it's half stitches, 1 thread over 1 for the sky, and they're white, light gray, and light blue, it might be hard to see the progress, but I did put in another word. I think will. I don't know if I had deep done or not, but this is what I have done so far. I'm getting very, very close to having this side done. I got 1 row down here, and there's still more to do here, and obviously over on the other side. So I am continuing to plug away. I am doing at least a length of thread a day, which turns out to be closer to 200 stitches. But again, it's back and forth, and it's a lot of confetti, or I don't know if you call it confetti, but it's like single stitches. See if it'll focus. It's not really focusing. It's hard to see, but yeah, that was more than I thought it was going to be. Again, I'm going to love it when it's done. In the meantime, it's on my Whip Go board for a reason. So this is fresh cut. It is one of the pieces. It's a Stitch Quarterly from It's So Emma Fat Quarter Shop. And I'm using what was in the kit. I keep it in this, well, it's in this little bag. I carry this with me whenever I go somewhere in the car or something. So in this little bag, I've got some extra floss biddies, I've got scissors, I've got my reading glasses, and I've got some, this is Stampin' Up! Tape, so that I can tape. I'm using, is it Cosmo thread that they put in the kit? I want to say it's Cosmo. Yes, Cosmo. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the numbers and using the sticky tape to attach them to my floss biddies. So that's why this is in the kit as well. But I take this, like I said, with me whenever I go somewhere. You never know if you're gonna get stuck in traffic, or like we went and picked up some more fencing and lumber, and so I was waiting and cement, and so I was waiting in the truck while my husband loaded it, and so it's just a time to pull it out and get whatever X's I can put in there, which is not really a lot, I will say. Sorry, got some thread. So this is where I am at on fresh cut. I think I added this red thing in here, and I added a couple more leaves. So this is why, maybe, I don't know if I had finished this whole turquoise one when I last shared it. And it's obviously very wrinkly, sorry about that. Pretty sure this is a color in cotton or fiber on a whim or bisque. It's color in cotton. Bisque 14 count Ada. Again, everything that was in that Stitch Quarterly kit. And I got notice that the new one is a little bit delayed, so that's fine. I have plenty to stitch on in the meantime, but I don't remember what I last shared with you, but I do know that I have worked on it, and it is just a little bit of time because, like I said, it is in the car. It's really easy to see. It's a larger count, that kind of a white color. It's a bisque, not quite white. Is really easy for me to see when I'm in the car if it's not too dark, so I don't have to have my light with me. But I will carry my Halo Go with me if I need to. So this is one Tanya Spielman and I were doing kind of together apart. We share our progress, and I forgot to share this last week. But this is the Stitching with the Housewives Calendar Crates July. And I already did the small one. I think I shared that with you. I'm like 90% sure I shared it with you, but just in case I didn't, this is Land That I Love. I love it so much. The colors are more true back here, but I know it's harder to see back there. I chose to do it on a piece of fabric that I coffee tea dyed myself using kind of their instructions. One of their videos they had on it, several videos actually, and I really, really like it on that coffee tea dyed look. So this, get this over here so it's out of the way. This is, that was the small, this is just the regular large one, and this is where I am at right now. I have the flag done. I started on some of the stars and fireworks and flowers and the little quilt that's down there at the bottom. This is my favorite part. It's like a little quilt hanging over the fence. I also really like the bunting. I just saw that. This is such a cute little stitch. Well, it's not that little, but it's not huge. So this is a fun one to work on. I don't think I actually worked on it more than maybe once this past week, but I didn't share it last week. So I wanted to pull it out because I have no idea what progress I shared with you last time I shared it with you, or if I've even shared it with you. Have I shared it with you? I think I did. Who knows? This is the sampler of the month from Country Cottage Needleworks. This is the June sampler I'm working on. If you follow, if you don't, you should. If you follow Country Cottage Needleworks on Instagram, they shared the new pattern for August. Spoiler alert, it's a beach house. I'm very, very excited. I am, of course, behind because I haven't had as much stitching time in May and June as I would like. So if I don't get this finished this June in time to start, I mean, if I haven't started July by the time the August gets shipped to me, I will be starting that ASAP. Might just skip July and catch up next year when I have to catch up with my first 3. But this is the progress I've made. I think I had June, the clouds, and half of the sun done last time. So I finished the sun, put in most of the house. You can see I just have that little side of the roof, a little bit on the side of the house. The rest, I think there's a flower up there, the door, and that divider awning or something in the middle. Once I get this section done, I feel like I'm just about done. So getting the house is a big part of that. There's trees on either side and some flowers, but it's, even though it's just one section, it's like a third of the pattern. So I've got a third. This is more like getting 2/3 done. So this is week 2 in June. 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know. I might start July before, because the July is stinking cute too. But I have enough stuff for July to go up that I'm not really concerned about getting that one done. It would be nice to get a head start on the August, but that's not even being shipped to stores yet. I don't have my pattern yet. I am in the club from Fat Quarter Shop, so I have all of my threads and stuff in here. I did change my fabric. This is a Dot Dot Goose Designs bag, the little pink barn. Okay, so those are the things that I think I forgot to share last week. There's one more in my whip. This is my last whip of the week, and then I have 2 new starts. This is Stitchy Stars by Lori Holt. I am using the called for floss. It's Weeks Dye Works. I don't know. I might even be using, I'm not sure if I'm using, it's called for oatmeal. I might be using Vintage Country Milk. I don't know. And I did not bring my cheat sheets down here. And I really should have. But I forgot my cross stitch journals upstairs and I don't want to restart. So this is where we're at. So this is what I have done for Stitchy Stars. I got week 3 or block 3 done. Started on block 4. I absolutely, positively love this. Lori, it is so cool having the pink added in there. I don't think I ever would have thought to add pink to kind of a patriotic Americana look, but with the pink and the brighter, more teal or turquoise blue, it really pops, and I am in love with it. I am in love with the quilt square look, and I can hardly wait to finish this. It's an easy stitch, very easy. I just haven't had the time, which I guess is good to have some easy stitching for this season where I just don't have a lot of time to stitch. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. Okay, so Sunday, June 6th was D-Day, Remembrance, and my husband and kids were watching, what were they watching? Band of Brothers for the 100 millionth time, and it's a really good program. If you haven't seen it, I do encourage you to watch it, but it is about World War II, and I have a really difficult time watching even action, car chases, war, shooting, loud noises. And so I had my earbuds in, but I still wanted to do something in remembrance of those who fought on D-Day. And you know, I have 2 grandpas that served in World War II, so it is important, and I love that my husband and our sons are sharing in that. And if you, like I said, if you haven't watched Band of Brothers, it is so worth watching, even if you just watch the interviews, because they interviewed the paratroopers that have survived, and just hearing their stories is incredible. The sacrifices made, and anyways, I wanted to do something very patriotic, and I knew I had an eagle. I think I had a couple of charts with eagles, but I'm not sure that the other one came in. And I have ordered one from Blackbird Designs. It's their I don't know what it's called, but it's like their 4th of July or Sweet Land of Liberty. That might be what it is. Because I want to get in that For the Love of Brenda Sal and the Blackbird Designs thing that Brenda and Laura are doing. So anyways, I didn't have that yet. So I got this out. It's Hello Summer. I want to do all the seasons from Plum Street Samplers, but I just absolutely loved the eagle and the flag, and my husband did too. So this will probably be going up whenever it gets finished. finished up in our den up there, which is more like his room. I mean, I'm in there, I've got my whole stitching spot, but my husband's the one who loves watching TV and movies and things, and we want to make that kind of a patriotic looking room. So I think this will go well in it there. I did have to order some threads because I didn't have what I needed, or I need to pull some other threads. I could have sworn I had grits and parchment, and I know they're in other kits, but they're not full things of it. So I went and ordered some more of that, and I'm going to change the red because the used brick I have looks very pink to me, like a pink brown mauve situation. I'm going to pull it out so you can see it, and I just don't think that'll work. So if you have a suggestion for the red to use here that it goes kind of with the Americana, I did change that. I did use the blue that's called for, which is not that really deep navy blue, obviously, so it doesn't have to be the bright like candy apple red, but this to me looks very brown and with a touch of pink, and I just don't think it'll be the best thing for the den. Oh, let's do it on that side. It'll be okay, but it's just not the best. And I know that when you're working with overdyed floss, sometimes that happens, and it could be also the fabric that I'm using. And this is that macchiato I shared last week from Luminous Fiber Arts by that's Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Arts. You can find her here on YouTube and on Instagram. And I sacrificed and cut into that piece because I thought it was just perfect for this. And I have enough to do at least one more, the Hello Spring. I think I also own already. And I'll need to order some more to do. But I don't have to do all of those in the same color, come to think of it, because they'll be hung up in different seasons. But it stitches like a dream. I do love it. I say I love it a lot. Let me put my colors back in here. I will probably be changing a couple colors along the way as I do that one. But I'll let you know. The last stitching I have before I get to my stitchy stash is the Flea Market Flowers from Lori Holt. This is a stitch along that's going on right now. You can find it on all over on Instagram. And I thought I had ordered this. Apparently I took it out of my cart, possibly because I was ordering it through Fat Quarter Shop and they were out of the floss pack, and I was going to wait for the floss pack to come in. So when I went to go start it, I realized, oh, I actually didn't order it. So I started this a little bit late, and they still didn't have the floss pack when I ordered this. So I decided, well, it's DMC. When it comes in, I can just get the DMC I don't have. I only had like 4 or 5 of the colors that were called for. And those are not even, for the most part, colors that I would want to use. I'd want to change them because the colors, I feel like it has more of a fall look. It does have more of that country look. And I wanted kind of a brighter summer colors. Also, instead of just going and buying a bunch of DMC, I thought, well, plus, you know, I was starting on the weekend and there was after, or maybe, yeah, I think I started on Monday. Maybe it wasn't the weekend. It was raining. I didn't want to go out and go to the store. The store is at least 20 miles away. So I just like, why don't I just use what I have in stash for now? And the great thing is, I feel like it kind of goes along with the flea market theme, right? I'm using what I have. So I did, and I know a lot of people don't, and it's probably what was sold out in the kit. I have DMC 08, so I am using that for the border. I love that color. I think it's a fabulous color. And it's being used in a lot of patterns right now. So I am using that, but I changed the pinks so far to the coral is now Weeks Dye Works Crepe Myrtle, and frosting is Sophia's Pink. And I'm doing it on the 36 count from Fabric Flair Even Weave. Thank you, Mel, for pointing out that Even Weave does come in 36 count. You can find it on Kimberly or on Fat Quarter Shop, and probably on the Fabric Flare website. I need to go to their website because it's just fabricflare.com, I think, and see if they have any other 36 count even weave patterns. I think this would be very dyeable. So it's an antique white is the name of the color, and I wanted it because the called for is, they've got, if I did a 28 count, it would just be too small. I mean, too small, way too large. This would be a great pattern to do with Ada, but I wanted to have more of a fluffy look. I didn't want to do 1/1 on 20 count or something like that, or 16 count. So I did 36 count, and I wasn't even thinking, and I did 2/2, and it was really easy to do. So here's what I have so far. I was just working on this before coming downstairs to film, so you can see right where I'm at. I love that it's using some variegated floss and DMC. I'll go back and forth between the two. And I think it'll be a perfect size. We shall see. I think it will only use up half of this fat quarter as well. I accidentally started the wrong way. I meant to start it this way. So I was like, oh, am I going to have enough? There's going to be enough. And I don't need a lot of border. I don't really like a lot of border showing. So that's not really an issue as long as I have something at the bottom, at least ½ an inch, right? So yeah, I did end up doing the wrong way, but it'll be fine. So this is Flea Market Flowers. I really like it. Really, really like it. And this bag is a mess. I did get the floss thing to put it on, but since I don't know which colors I'm using yet other than 08, I haven't put anything other than 08 on that. But this is the other thing that came. What's this called? A Floss Keeper. I thought it was really cute. So I'm going to try using that. So that is all my stitching. I do have some Stitchy stash, not very much sent in the mail, but yesterday, in order to get some of the DMC that I knew I wanted, the 597, 598, I had one of those and not the other. It's probably in another kit, and I really like this color, so I got the teals and the blues that were called, or some of the teals and blues that were called for in that Flea Market Flowers. That's why I went to Michael's. And they were having a sale on their red, white, and blue and Patriotic. So I got some of that. And then right next door to that is Marshall's. And thank you, Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives. I now have to go there and look for Ray Dunn, right? Whenever I go to Michael's. So I got this. The flowers are from Michael's, and the cup is from Marshall's. It says, actually it's a vase. It says America. And then on the back, it's got the 3 hearts. So this could really go all summer long. I will probably, let's go back here, cut the stems down a little if I was going to use these stems. I just kind of put them in there because I just got them. I've been waiting and waiting for the Patriotic stuff to go on sale before I bought it because it just, I don't know, things seem very expensive. I really like these poppies too for remembrance for next year, for Memorial Day. My lips are sticking together. The other 2 things I picked up while I was there are, I think, going to be perfect for finishing. But in the meantime, you could use it like it is. This is the Be Bold, Be True, Be Kind, Be You. And it's only $5.99. And the great thing about these, you can hang them up, but they're thick enough that you can just set them on the counter. Or the back of the futon or shelf or the table or whatever. This one, I really loved the outside stars. Isn't that fabulous? This says, some people don't believe in superheroes. I guess they've never met my dad. So the inside is really cute and sweet. My boys are a little bit too big, I think, for, I mean, Still might. But I think because the inside kind of looks, it's got that wood, which I think it is wood, but they just painted it. Did they paint? Yeah, it might just be a piece of, yeah. But to have that wood grain, sorry, to have the wood grain, I didn't feel it up close. I just kind of looked at it. In the background, you could have a stitching piece that kind of covers all of those letters, but let some of the wood grain show. And it would be really nice just displayed anywhere in your tiered tray or whatever. And this was only $4.99, and this was right by the checkout stand. So I thought it would be great for all summer long and patriotic stitching. I figured I'd have something that would go in there. The other thing that would work is a nautical type of a theme. Or if you have something for a baby boy, wouldn't that be sweet in a little boy's room? I don't know what you would stitch and put in there, but you could even leave the saying that's in there, because that would be perfect for a little boy, wouldn't it? Okay. Is there anything else? I've got my Michaels stuff in a Hobby Lobby bag. Yes. Okay, so Michaels, I have been waiting to get these things until they went on sale. I love this so much. I love that it's a hexagon. That's probably my favorite shape. I love that it has the wood slats. It says, "God bless America, my home sweet home." I'm not quite sure what I can finish in here, but I am on the hunt, because they also have one with red and a different saying, I believe. I love this. I think this would be so nice to have some kind of nautical thing in here. And I suppose you could even do it straight, like a rectangle or a square. I'm not really sure, but I loved it. It's a hexagon, and if nothing else, it can go on my table. This is another one. It says, "God bless America." Looks very patriotic, but you could also turn it around and put something in the back. If you'll remember, I made a kind of a Be Well stitch for my friend Mandy, and I put it in just a wooden crate. And so you could do that on the front or the back. You could have it do both sides. So love that. And then, so when you're looking at these things, especially when they go on clearance, like 70% off, this I don't plan on displaying like this. I plan on using this as a finishing thing. So look for items that you could put your cross stitch into and finish them. And let's see, the last two things. This is just tabletop decor for the tier tray. They have all different kinds of stars there. And then home. Okay, this is another one. Where's the thing? This must go out in the center. It's a little easel. So you could even put a piece of fabric here to completely cover that up, and then switch out what you do in the middle here. So you find a cross stitch pattern, and I imagine something stitching from the Housewives would fit very nicely in there. You could even put a magnet on here to switch it out every month or every season. But I got this just simply because it's a great easel and an easy size that I think I'll be able to find some stitching. So I've got FFO planning on the brain. I have an FFO that was almost finished, but I just haven't figured out quite how to finish it, the little finishing touch. That was the other thing I looked for yesterday at Michaels and Hobby Lobby. It's my Hope anchor thingy. And I was thinking of doing kind of like a little bow on the side, tied with some twine or rope, and a charm, maybe a starfish or a lighthouse. It already has an anchor in the pattern, so or a button. I was looking for something to finish that, and so I don't have that to share with you this week. It's very, very close to being done, but it just needs a little something, and then I'll be sending that to my mom. So the other Stitchy stash this is from Crazy Annie Stitching. It's the Sunday Stitches. Oh, the deep, deep love of Jesus. And so every month I get this from Crazy Annie Stitching. It's by Heartstring Samplery. And the hymn words that are on here is, "'Tis an ocean vast of blessing, 'tis a haven sweet of rest. Oh, the deep, deep love of Jesus." So right now I'm just collecting all of these. I haven't started any of them. That might be more of a fall or winter stitch for me. And the last thing is some more fabric. If you saw my video last week, I got a ton of neutral fabric. Very neutral, kind of the cream, several shades of, I don't know, off-white or cream, or what you want to call it. This is sitting right in front of me. This time, this is Picture This Plus fabric that Fat Quarter Shop had in stock. And I believe they're all 28 count. Would love to get these in 32 count. But the first one is Shadow, and it appeared almost black on the screen. And in person, it's a really good chalkboard type of a color. It's dark, it's like a dark gray, a little bit of purple, a little bit of brown maybe. It's darker than it's showing up on the camera right now. Let me try. Yeah, that's a little more. So I got a fat quarter of that. Did I say this is Picture This Plus? Picture This Plus Shadow Fat Quarter Lugana 28 count. And then I got Shale Shell. No. S-H-A-L-E. Shale. Why can't I say that? Sometimes I get so frustrated with myself because I just can't get the words out. This is definitely a shade of brown that has purple in it. It's not purple, but I would definitely say that the brown has some gray purple to it. It almost looks purple in this light. Let me show you the whole piece. I don't know if you can see that. Front and back. And then hold it over here. It's hard to say. I don't know that the color's really coming across. It's more washed out and light in the video that I'm seeing right now, at least. And it doesn't look that way in person. It's beautiful, beautiful modeling on it. I love it. It's going to add so much interest because it's not just one solid color. And when you've got a piece or a pattern that has a lot of white space or blank space, it's nice to not just have it be white and blank, but to have fabric with some kind of variation on it. And so my last piece of Stitchy Stash that I got, Happy Mail, is Earthen. This is a very pretty neutral. This has obviously a little bit of pink to the brown. So where this had a little bit of purple, this has a little bit of pink. The color's actually showing up really well there. And this, so when you put them all together, you can kind of see the colors a little bit better that way. So I'll show you like that. And then let me show you the whole piece. I don't know if you can see. I forgot to show it up close before. That color is really off on the screen right now, but you can see the modeling that it has and the variation of colors. Let me flip it upside down so you can see the back. It has it on both sides, of course. That color is very true right there. Isn't that pretty? So you might be able to order this from Picture This Plus itself or from other places. Fat Quarter Shop just happened to get it in stock. So yay. I love both of them. Like I said, or all three of them. I would love to get all three of them in 32 count or 36 count because I think, switching over there. Although, now that I did this, stitching on 28 count is a lot easier since I've started doing some 36 and 32. It's like, oh, 28 is just so easy to work with. But I like that the higher count is going to give me a smaller finished project because that way I'll have more that I can display. I'm looking around, making sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't really get a lot of Happy Mail this week. It's okay. I got some good stuff and I've already started kitting them up. And I didn't show you the floss I got because yeah, it's just floss for the different things that I will be stitching. So that's all I have for you this week. Coming up this weekend, I just want to give a shout out. If you're watching this long, please say happy anniversary to my parents. My parents are celebrating their 50th. That's 50th anniversary on the 12th. I think that's Sunday, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it might be Saturday. They had planned their plans. They had planned several things. I'm not going to go into all that with you, but all of their plans kind of fell through. So I don't know. They were going to be over on the coast. They're down in California, so we won't be down there with them. They wanted to do, I think what they'll do is, either a big cruise or they're talking about renting a house in Hawaii so that we can all go and celebrate with them after all this stuff is done. So we'll see if that happens. I told her it doesn't really matter. We can do it a different year. Obviously this year was just not, you couldn't plan it for this year. So we'll see. Also, the weekend after, my son is graduating with his bachelor's degree, aeronautical engineering. I'm so stinking proud of him. So, getting together some things for that for him. We're not doing a party because it's just not something he wants, but we will definitely celebrate him and do a cake. And we got him I think a nice present just to commemorate his accomplishment, something that he can keep forever. And then that'll be Father's Day and we're working on the fence. So that's what's going on in my world. Hoping for some more rainy days so I can just enjoy stitching. I do have some more flowers to plant. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, Whip Go weekend this weekend. I have to come up with goals. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think it's this weekend. Is it the second weekend? I'll let you know in my next video. You guys have a great week. Bye.